Hello everyone, it's Yanis here from Nikos Trading Academy, and I would like to welcome you to another video for our live trading room results. Today I would like to speak only with some trades that we are already in, have an update, and also mention about a very powerful trade in gold that some of you took. And I will start with GBP New Zealand dollar. You can see on my screen a classic bounce conservative setup. Although we were a little bit late on the entry, we already have our first target and we are going for the second, and our long-term position, last position, is waiting for us on this very powerful area. You can see our win-win scenario will be met when price retraces till next potential resistance area, that it happens to be very close to the 36 EMA. But after reading the history, we see that price did this again, once more powerful support area, and that's why we went with a powerful with a conservative bounce setup. We have also New Zealand dollar CAD that it's running from the beginning of the week. That means this is the vertical line. So we saw here a trend continuation after a bounce. There was plenty of room. We did it with lower risk, of course. Money management rules always apply, and we got our first and second target. Our last position is still running. That was an M12 entry. We have trailed our APO, locked profits in 64 pips more, but remember that price has the room to go a little bit higher. We have already identified next potential resistance area from our top-down approach, but also we already trailed our APOY sorry, because we know this is a very powerful also resistance area, and just in case we get stopped out after our trend line breaks, that means we will be able to reverse the trade and go short, targeting our trend line. Besides, you can see small double tops, lower highs here, and that could indicate the beginning of a trend. On New Zealand dollar CAD, we had 50 pips of an APO, always below 0.3. We already had our first and second target, and our last position running in 110 pips, twice my APO. Of course, we're talking about 50 plus 100 plus 110, more than 250 pips. But we always are modest, and we count only as profits our last position, and that means more than twice my APO, already having, as I said, my win-win scenario. On CAD yen, we have a scalping entry M6 after seeing on higher settings bounces and lower highs. We saw a nice retracement. Again, our APO was like 25 pips. Again, first and second target met, last position 85 pips, let's say. We are talking about more than 3 times again our APO, and you can see on much more higher settings that is exactly why we took the trade. And of course our target is here. That's why we keep our last position running, because with 25 pips we could go for 220, 250, almost 10 times. And even if price decides to break my resistance area, my support, and goes into this range, I will still remain short, because we never forget that we keep our last position running forever. If we can, we will be going with 25 pips for 500 plus etc., etc. Again, more than 3 times our APO easily. And the trade that I would like you to discuss is gold. In gold, you can see that again at the beginning on a week we were facing multiple tops on higher settings. We will check them later. I had a very powerful trend line break on higher settings, and then what happened, I got a setup like my system says with an APO of like 50-60 pips. Win-win scenario really quickly. Price continue. We are talking about a movement of, where did price go? Down to this area, and we are talking about 900 pips. Even though price broke a little bit even that support area, then decided to go long. Let me show you our higher settings. This is it. So you can see here we had a very powerful steep movement. We were expecting a reaction here. We found our combination. Price went all the way down to this area, and we are talking about only with this trade 15 times our APO. This is the live example why I'm always saying in our live room, aim for quality trades. Try to find entries and setups that are smooth, that are nice, and we have volatility. With only these 3 trades, we have more than 1000 pips in our piggy bag, more than 20 times our APO in our arsenal. Yeah, slowly but steady we grow our account so we can apply other strategies when we are, in quotes, let's say, safe to do that. Once more, thank you very much for watching one of our videos. Have a beautiful weekend and stay safe. Bye bye everybody.